All right, g'day, hi and welcome. So I'm just leaving my hunting shack here, although I'm only hunting for hawks and eagles today with my camera. If all of a sudden the GoPro ends up on the ground and you hear a lot of clicking sounds, just that I saw my eagle hunt and or that rough-legged hawk, and I just really want to see if I can get some good pictures of it this season. Usually every year I try to get like really good pictures. I got a 70-300 lens here, which is pretty good. This is an older camera. It's a Nikon D100. This is 2003 technology, 6.1 effective megapixels. I know some people, oh, that's no good anymore. You know, whatever. No, it's still good. It's just, it's not. Yeah, the new stuff is obviously better. I mean, you can get 20 megapixels and, you know, whatever, and much better, faster sensors. But this thing still could produce a pretty good picture. And at 300 millimeters, if the animal's not too far away, I can actually get some pretty good wildlife shots with this. Ideally, a mirrorless camera with an 800 millimeter or 1000 meter very silent telephoto lens is ideal, but you really need lots of light for that to work properly. 300 you can get away with just about anything, you know what I mean? So a day like today is definitely fine. Yeah, so there's the sawmill. Yeah, the sawmill itself doesn't look like it's that tall, but it's over 5 feet tall there, and that was covered to the top with snow at one point. Came back here and it was after I lost my other GoPro, and there's the mystery tree again. You guys know what it is? Not gonna tell you. Not gonna tell you. But something looks different here. It's a lot more opened up. That's weird. Oh no, okay. It's just I haven't been here in about 8 months. That's probably what it is. I can't recognize the place anymore. But anyway, we're going all scatterbrained. It's just I'm so happy to be outside. That's why. That road might be a little bit deep. Yeah, it's a little deep here. Not too bad. Obviously, you don't need snowshoes or nothing like this, but I want to get around that big old tree. Once I get around that, I'm going to go to the very edge of the property, so to speak. First time this year. This is the furthest I've ventured this year. This is the furthest I've ventured on the property in 8 months, to be honest with you, because there's been so much snow. This was one of the hardest winters, longest winters in a long, long, long time. I didn't bring any of my cool knives or my tomahawk with me, but I have, you know, I'm hunting with that, so. Everything looks all knocked down. That's kind of strange. Maybe a windstorm or something must have went through here, because like this looks, that's all flattened out. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, well, it must have been like a heavy windstorm or something went through. Maybe a tornado touched down here or something. It looks different. Not just because it's spring, but I mean like it looks different in the fact that it's like it's open area. I'm not complaining. Oh yeah, yeah. That's heavy wind damage there. It's like this almost opened up like a road again. That's pretty cool. Again, if I ever had the money, and I was about to do that too, where I was going to, I mean, I can't do it myself, I'd be overwhelmed, but I was going to do a make work job, hire somebody 1 day, 2 days a week throughout the summer, get a chainsaw, take the bike, fill it full of gas, come back here and cut all that old gross stuff out of the way. It's hard to believe, but when I was a kid, all this stuff was pretty much open. It was all open country. Now it's not. It's definitely not open right there, because that's pretty deep. But this is in the sun enough that this is where it would get the thickest on the property, because we're getting near the edge of it. The snow would be the thickest here, but it's obviously the snow's come down a lot. Again, it's April 28th at the making of this video, and there's still this much snow left in the bush. So haven't seen this since I was a kid. Haven't seen it like this since I was a kid. This is unbelievable. It's a little over a foot deep here. So, and yeah, I think it was last year. You could see the clear sky there. There was a tornado hit the edge of this. It's not uncommon for heavy wind and stuff like that at the edge to do that. But I want to see how flooded it. Oh yeah, that's flooded. That's where the new beaver dam is. Past couple of years. So we're gonna go see that and see how flooded the back property is. And if you've been following this channel, this might be, all this stuff is new, but if you were a follower of the old channel, you probably saw the birth of that beaver dam that well, it's now 2 beaver dams. Oh my God, has that ever flooded out? But strangely though, way back there, it's not as flooded as I thought it would be. So that opens up stuff a lot too, but that's just nature's cycle, right? So yeah, we got 2 beaver dams there now instead of 1. And wind knocked down all the wind on the trail here. Oh my God, that's massive. I'm gonna probably have to start take up trapping again next year. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get back here with the chainsaw. But it would be nice to remove a lot of this old growth stuff. Kind of like what it was like before. Maybe I should keep it down a bit because might see some wildlife. I can't believe how much that grew over. And well, those beavers are definitely working pretty hard, that's for sure. Look at all the trees they fell. I mean, a lot of this is wind damage, but that big poplar, that wasn't wind damage. That was nasty little bucktooth beaver damage. We'll go look at what he's been doing. He's been damaging my property. Let's go have a look. This is fresh, this big old hunk here is pretty fresh. That's this year. That wasn't down last spring or last fall, whatever. Totally changes the landscape. So they cut that one down, that one, these 2 are new. That little part of the dam here is new. That's the old one. That was like barely a trickle, not even last year. So we'll go have a look. Don't see anything floating out there. And then the dam in behind, that one's pretty new. Wow. I'm gonna see if I can get at it from the other angle. So it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. So, you know, it just kind of, I mean, it's just part of nature, right? It's just, there's a couple of ways to look at it. Is that it changes the landscape, okay, and renews everything, but it kills off a lot. So that beaver dam will probably go for a little while until the beavers get tired of it, and then they'll move on to another one. Depending on predators, depending on if they're trapped, whatever, all that stuff. And they'll move on to wherever, and then that'll dry up. It'll stay a swamp for God knows how long, and then eventually it'll dry out, and it'll become a forest again. And that's kind of the cycle of it. But in that process, it floods you out. So, there we go. Definitely gonna have to bring back the chainsaw to clear that. It's always that last little bit there that always gets, like this is all down. That last little bit there always gets kind of knocked over. Anyway, I'm going to go out into the abyss out there, and we're going to have a look at the beaver dam. Catch my breath.